What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the life of your favorite polyglot YouTuber, Elise Speaks. Oder in dieser Folge Elise spricht, because today I'm German. Also ich schminke mich nicht für euch, sondern weil ich später meinen Freund treffen werde. Is that a crime in the feminism book, getting pretty for your boyfriend? I don't know. I also have a German class in like 10 minutes before we cafe hop. I'm doing the Lingoda Sprint currently. I already filled you guys in on this on Instagram. Today is ein Musikevent planen, so planning a musical event. I guess that means like a concert. So yeah, I'm doing the Lingoda Sprint this summer for German. I'm so excited. This might just be a summer tradition for me at this point because I did the sprint last year for French when I was preparing for my C1 exam, and now I'm doing it for German, so it's, you know, pretty full circle. Lingoda is an online language school with super interactive conversation classes that you can book 24/7 since it's all online, so whether you're traveling this summer, if you can actually afford the fancy Europe summer trip, if you're a homebody, whatever time zone you're in, it's great for everyone. And so the class I'm about to do now, it's part of the Lingoda Sprint, which essentially is like a 2-month challenge where you take a class either every day or every other day. And if you attend all the classes that you sign up for, you can either get half your money back or just free classes to keep learning. But now is especially a good time to sign up because they're doing like a huge summer discount since summer's about to start. So I think you can get up to like $150 off. And that's exclusively through the link in the description. And like, I don't get a part of that. That's just a discount for you. Swear, pinky swear. So, you know, that's not pocket change. If you want to save $150, use the link in the description. What I'm trying to work on in German right now is just my vocabulary and just getting consistent speaking practice, because I feel like what I do, I don't know, I'll go really hard for a couple months and then just like ghost German and forget it exists and then go study something else. But so the fact that I'll be doing a class like every other day with native level speakers and just building that habit and making German feel like normal in my brain, I'm very excited. So if you want to do it along with me, I started the sprint like a week and a half ago at the end of May, so I'll be finishing end of July. If you want to do it along with me, you can sign up now with the link in the description, and that's, like I said, that's where you can get the discount. Okay, my class is about to start. Los geht's. Also ich dachte an etwas, was ich in meiner Stadt gesehen habe. Also ich lebe in Chicago, es ist eine sehr große Stadt, und manchmal, also auf die Bürgersteige, sie malen die Bewerbungen. Zum Beispiel, also es sagt...
Bewerbungen.
Die was?
Werbung.
Die Werbungen, oh ja, nicht Bewerbung. Das ist ein Interview, oder? Also es sagt manchmal Olivia Rodrigo 29. Oktober oder sowas auf dem Bürgersteig, und ich fand das toll. I'm fucked up, okay? This is me after my German class. I feel like I did not slay, okay? This is hard for me to talk about when I don't slay. Something I would recommend though for anyone taking Lingoda classes or just any online language class, you should definitely, you don't have to take like detailed notes during the class. I think in a conversation class you should focus just on speaking. But you know, do write down new words. I have this little post-it. My life runs on post-its, but I have this post-it of new words. What have we got? Angerempelt werden, like to be crowded, or like, I don't know, when you're in a crowded place and people are all over you. I do want to find out that, I also write down things that I should like research or like second check because I'm not sure. So like the difference between Geld sparen, sammeln, and spenden. I'm always really inspired after classes, like, because I know what I need to work on, and like I think of things that are confusing for me. I make sure to take notes of things that I need to study. So even though I feel like I didn't really speak that well, I'm not gonna sit here and sulk about it. I'm just gonna push that energy into studying. So let's go study. I'm gonna go first. We're going to a cafe called Bourgeois Pig in Chicago. Oh, also I'm meeting my boyfriend, so maybe I could get him to be in the vlog. Okay, stay tuned. Bye. We got rained the fuck out, as you can see. Anyways, now I'm looking into what I was talking about earlier, the difference between außerhalb, and außerdem. I looked it up, and the only thing that I can find is like a High Native forum from 2017. Not ideal. Not ideal. So I don't know. In this case, when I can't find anything that answers my question, I just asked ChatGPT, and I would recommend it to you guys. So it says the words außer, außerhalb, and außerdem in German have different meanings. Außer is a preposition meaning except for or besides. I already kind of knew that. Außer dir hat niemand das bemerkt. Except for you, nobody noticed that. I can rock with that. But you know what I'm also gonna do? I want to learn collocations with it. I don't know if you guys know what a collocation is in a language. It's essentially just like a group of words that always go together. So for example, if I look up außer on Word Reference, it's my favorite dictionary to use, by the way, because it's a very contextual dictionary. When you look up außer, of course you get the regular definition, meaning except for, but you also, it has like a zusammengesetzte Wörter at the bottom, so it's like außer Atem sein, to be out of breath, außer sich sein, like to be beside yourself, to be furious. So I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna take some of these expressions and write practice sentences with them, or maybe just write a practice paragraph. So yeah, I'm just gonna pull out my language corner on Notion. That's where I do all of my studying. I have not used a physical paper notebook in such a long time. Mein Freund ist endlich angekommen. Say hi.
Hallo.
He is learning German, for anyone wondering. So if you have any beginner German tips, who am I talking to? I'm the one that has beginner German tips. I should be giving them to you. I'm gatekeeping. Sag was auf Deutsch.
Ja.
Warum willst du Deutsch lernen?
Warum is why?
Ja,
Für Worken.
für Worken, für Arbeit. Also das für die Arbeit.
Aber.
Für die Arbeit.
Für die Arbeit.
For work. So inspiring, so inspiring. So yesterday I got a question about how would you approach drilling grammar? And my response was, I think that drilling grammar alone is just not as useful. I think that you really need to just write and speak a lot in context. This was like, for example, a really good exercise because I'm like trying to write practice sentences with these words. And not only am I reviewing the actual vocab words, but you know, there's also grammar attached to them. For example, like außerhalb, I realized that that's actually a genitive word, not a dative word. It's very helpful for me to do this, and also asking ChatGPT for corrections is just chef's kiss. So something that Freund and I do together a lot, we like to work together and we use the Pomodoro method, which I feel like a lot of people know about it. Was I the one that introduced you to it or no?
No, I know about Pomodoro. Yeah,
You didn't use it.
I did sometimes.
Sometimes. What he means to say is I've improved his life immensely and you would be nothing without me. Anyways, it's on my Notion template as well. It's like essentially the method is you study for 25 minutes or work or do whatever you're trying to do for 25 minutes. Then you take a 5-minute break. Yeah. Anyways, I think I'm gonna do I do a daily crossword in German now. You guys should use this website Lingono. It says beta. I don't know if it's still like if it's the real deal, but essentially they have Spanish, French, Portuguese, both European and Brazilian, German and Italian, and they have like daily exercises that refresh. I like to do the daily crossword. It's really good. Not sponsored, by the way, because I just randomly found this website. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. How are you gonna spend the rest of your 4 minutes and 25 seconds?
I don't know.
He's applying to jobs. Give him some grace. Okay, bye. As you can see, this is Lingono. They have like both level crosswords and also theme crosswords. So food and drinks, nature, at home, describing things. So there's really something for everyone, like from beginners up to advanced can use this. I think I'm gonna do communication since I am kind of like B2C1. Okay, so here it is. Oh, to across bilingual? Okay, that's the same word in German. I should have known. To interrupt someone, that's unterbrechen. Sorry, I'm already misspelling things. Oh, okay, wait, no. Brechung. This is the interruption. A noun. To threaten, drohen. Translator, that's Übersetzer? No, it's Dolmetscher. Dolmetscher is interpreter. Übersetzer is translator. Übersetzer? Okay, cool. So what I really like about this site is that, first of all, it's free. Second of all, it has a lot of interesting tools to help you while you're doing the crossword. So you can get like a hint for a letter if you don't know the letter. You can get the definition of a word where it says look up word. What else? There's also, it like says the word out loud after you get it right. There's like a recording.
No, I can't eat.
Yes, you can. Here. Also ich habe einen kulturelles Fun Fact für euch. Also mein Freund, er kommt aus dem Iran und in Iran gibt es es ist ein Höflichkeitssystem, das heißt Tarif. Und wegen Tarif nimmt er nie den letzten Bissen vom Essen. Also Tarif, ich kann das nicht auf Deutsch beschreiben. Es ist einfach, man öffnet immer die Tür für die andere. Man kompetiert, like you compete to open the door for other people. You like fight to pay the bill at restaurants and you never take the last bite of food. I feel like it's kind of like Southern hospitality but really intense and sometimes competitive and violent. But like a good kind of violent, like no, I'm paying the bill. Well friends, we have lost Freund. Now we are on our way to another cafe. It's called Osmium, that one right there. So one thing about me is that I am a two-trick pony. In the winter, I love having mochas at cafes, but in the summer, I just cannot be bothered. Even for, I don't know, for some reason, coffee feels like a winter beverage for me no matter what. So my second trick is a Coke. In summer, I always just order Cokes and sodas and fruity drinks. At this point, honestly, I'm kind of tired. I don't feel like doing that much more German study. I think I might just write like a diary entry, maybe like a paragraph or two. So this is just a diary entry page from my like German section of my language corner. You'll see these words first try, grammar pass, and then like the final version, because when I write something, even like a journal entry, I like to do several passes of it to just improve it in different ways. So the grammar pass just means that I'm correcting specifically like anything that's wrong or like anything that's outright wrong. And the style pass is just like to make it sound more natural if it needs to be. I do a couple different versions when I write just because I'm a perfectionist, but I don't know. It's easier to do that when you don't write super long, like me. I usually write just a paragraph or two. Ja, was ich bisher geschrieben habe, als ich ein Kind war, habe ich in einer großen Stadt gelebt und ich hatte wirklich keine tiefe Beziehung mit der Natur. So like when I was a kid, I had really not a deep relationship with nature because I was living in a big city in Memphis. Aber als ich nach Florida gezogen bin, hat sich alles verändert. Damals wohnten wir in einem Hotel, ja, war gleich am Strand. Gleich neben dem Strand oder like it was on the beach, kann ich das sagen, war gleich am Strand. Wir sind jeden Tag nach der Schule zum Strand gegangen und die Natur genießen ist für mich ein Hobby geworden. Ich liebe es, zum Beispiel kleine Tiere zu beobachten. Was noch? What else do I love about nature? This is kind of humbling because when you want to say I love doing something, I'm not sure if you should say ich liebe es, blah 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 blah, or you can just say ich liebe kleine Tiere beobachten. Whenever I don't know the word, like the specific word, like for example weaken, I just say became weak, so like schwach werden. So viele Möglichkeiten haben vielleicht, Naturaktivitäten zu machen. Also das klingt so robotisch, ich weiß das. I can't even type anymore. Aktivitäten zu machen. Whatever. I asked ChatGPT to make it more natural, but also correct my grammar in general. So it corrected tiefe Beziehung, like a deep relationship, to enge Beziehung, like a close relationship. And mit der Natur, also eine Beziehung ist mit zu, like you say a connection or a relationship to. Eine Beziehung mit der Natur. Ist das right? I swear I've heard people say eine Beziehung mit, but maybe if it's not a person, you say zu, meine Beziehung zur Natur. Okay, and this is a problem that I'm having so bad in German, and I actually just talked about it at an event at Salta Polyglot today, also you should join. My problem is I don't know in storytelling and like in talking in the past when to use the simple past, like ich ging, and when I'm to use the present perfect, like ich bin gegangen. Because I could have sworn that in this case I would have used damals wohnten wir in einem Hotel, but it says damals haben wir in einem Hotel gewohnt. I just don't know, you know? So maybe I need to look up some type of grammar lesson that can help me with that. If you guys have any insights in the comments, German natives, let me know because I'm struggling. And yeah, that was pretty much it. This study session has come to an end. Hope you have enjoyed this vlog. I've certainly enjoyed filming it for you. And so has boyfriend, who is not here anymore. And yeah, cheersies. Prost. I'll see you next time. Also, this is just a tip for anybody who wants to vlog in public but they're really scared to, like me. Still, even after all this time, just face away from all the people. It'll be good. Okay, bye.